Šis ir Pieci.
Kā jau iepriekš minēju, mums šodien teātrā afišā ļoti īpašs un patīkams viesis, režisors no Holandas un arī no Lielbritānijas, Jānis Villems van den Bosch. Hello.
Hi there.
I'm going to talk to you in English and then I'm going to translate a little bit to our listeners. But my first question to you is what is significant about theatre in Latvia? Because obviously you've worked in so many countries. What is it here that you find different?
I've just worked in Liepāja, so I think I can sort of say this with certainty. I think for the size of your country, I think you have an incredible pool of talent. So your actors are your actors are really, really good, and particularly like for such a small country, it's just it's amazing. I have been really lucky, I think, to have worked with so many talented people here.
But is it the culture that is different as well? Like, how do you feel here? You've spent quite a lot of time in Latvia.
Yeah, I think it's my the project I've just done is my 6th project, and yeah, I think what's really amazing is that you are definitely a theatre-going audience, and so and what's also really good, I think, is that an audience will go and see a show a couple of times. That is not really the norm in London, although some people might go and see.
I think they do.
No, not in the same way as here. Not in the same way. I know that in when I directed The Pillow Man, that there was a lady on the last performance, and she sort of said she had nearly seen every single show. So that's definitely not something that would happen in
Van den Bosch stāsta, ka Latvijā ir priekš mūsu valsts izmēru. Mums ir ļoti daudz talantīgu cilvēku un ļoti daudz talantīgu aktieru. Un mēs vispār esam tāda teātra valsts, daudz, kuriem patīk iet uz teātra daudz un arī atkārtot. Un viņš ir strādājis jau pie vairākiem projektiem Latvijā, un piemēram, kādu viņa izrādi sieviete ir redzējusi gan arī katru reizi. Wow, that really is impressive. But about this new show, Zelta Pots in Liepāja Theatre, for those who haven't seen it, could you just describe what it's about and what it's like? I saw the costumes and the makeup, and it was very extravagant.
Yeah, I think it's a great project. I think we worked with Andris Viltsans, who did the music, and he's written some really beautiful music. There are many songs in it, and a great design by Māra Broka, and Ils Vittelne did the costumes. I work with her quite often, and Inga Ruidinga did choreography. So it's a really good team of people, and this particular story is a tale. It's an imaginary tale. So it's and we set it as if the people are in essence inside the puppet theater. So they move, and
that's quite hard for the actors.
Yes, very hard for the actors, but very interesting for the actors. And it's Annette is one of the leading ladies, and she sort of said straight away, I love this kind of acting. And so the same is for Roland's the other leading actor, and they both but it is not easy, to concentrate on both movement and on words, and
of course.
And in this particular case, we kept the language like old school. So it's like it's like 19th century. It's like language. So that there's definitely a lot of people find it quite hard to listen to. But I think it all adds to the experience. I think the beauty for me for theater is basically it's both visual and it's you listen to it and you watch it at the same time.
Tātad režisors stāsta par jauno izrādi Zelta pods Liepājas teātrī un vispirms uzslavēja savu radošo komandu, scenogrāfu Māri Kalvu, kostīmu mākslinieci Ilzi Vītoliņu, komponistu Andru Vilcāni, un stāsta, ka Zelta pods ir tāda pasaka pieaugušajiem, ļoti krāšņa pasaka, kas ir gan diezgan sarežģīta aktieriem, gan tāpēc, ka ir nedaudz vecmodīgs, vecā stila teksts, kas nav pārveidots un ir no 19. gadsimta, gan arī kustību dēļ, jo izrāda ir ieturēta tādā kā leļu šova veidā, un tas fiziski aktieriem ir diezgan sarežģīti. But was it your choice to put this particular material on, or was that given to you?
No, I chose this text. It is it's a E.T. Hoffmann text,
yes.
And it's one of the it's an incredible piece of writing. It's I think it's fair enough to sort of say that it is an incredibly important piece of literature, and for me as a director it's a challenge because it's both a philosophical text and as well as a very imaginary text. I mean, basically they talk about a reality, they talk about Atlantis, they talk about a garden wherein birds talk and snakes attack human beings. So it's very much a visual feast for a director, and
the pictures look fantastic.
Great, thank you very much. I think it's a really great job. I think some people take to it and other people find it more difficult, but I think it's a great piece of work. I mean, it's not talking about myself necessarily, but definitely about the actors and the design and the music, and it's definitely incredible. Yeah, it's really interesting. I think it's and you have to sort of go as an experience, not necessarily as I need to understand it, but you need to sort of go as an experience, like as theater can. I think it's the only art form theater can be. You watch it something immediate and right in front of you, and this has everything in it. It has music, it has video, it has great acting work. I think it's a really brilliant piece of ensemble work.
Bosch stāsta par materiālu izvēli, un viņš ir pats izvēlējies šo Hoffmaņa tekstu un saka, ka tā ir lieliska literatūra un ļoti labs materiāls, un tāpēc viņš ir vēlējies to iestudēt, un beigās ir sanākusi lieliska pieredze, ko skatītājs uztver dažādās tās formās, gan ar video materiāliem, gan ar mūziku, gan ar lieliskiem aktieru darbiem. Okay, so this was your first time working in Liepāja Theatre. Before you've done quite a lot in Dials Theatre. We're going to talk about that a bit later. But how did you find working in Liepāja? It's a smaller town, and how was it?
No, I liked it. I liked it very much. I mean, it was quite complicated too, because the material is a little bit strange. So. Not everybody sort of understood quite what we were planning to do with it. But in the end, when everybody could see where we were taking it, everybody was very supportive. But I think the easiest was just the actors. I think, and I think I think is really unique, and I don't know it anywhere else in the world, where they're basically in such a small town, basically, in comparison to where I come from in the Netherlands, or in comparison to any place in England, where there is a they have a theater with so many great actors, and
the odds to be an actor in Latvia, I guess, are bigger than
Yeah, maybe, but here, the talent is really, I'm talking maybe particularly about, but about many of the actors involved. I mean, in my cast there was Egon Dabrowski, Ines, Annette, Rolands, Kaspers. There's Martins, and that's only like 5 names, and they're all of great standard, and that's in such a small place. It's that you won't have that anywhere else.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Jautāju režisoram, kā viņam patīk strādāt Liepājā, un viņš saka, ka viņam tas ļoti patīk, nestoties to, ka bija diezgan sarežģīts teksts, un sākumā nevarēja saprast, ko tur darīt, un tas ir diezgan sarežģīti, bet aktieri bija burvīgi un ļoti viegli ar viņiem strādāt, un atkal Bosch saka, ka citās valstīs tas vispār ir kaut kas neredzēts, ka tik mazā pilsētā kā Liepāja ir tik daudz brīnišķīgi aktieri. Un mans nākamais jautājums viņam būs par to, kāpēc, kas tas ir, ko viņš aktieriem dod un kā viņš aktieriem palīdz, jo aktieri ļoti labi par viņu izsakās. So my next question to you is about how you help actors, because I had some really good reviews on you as a director from actors, and they say that you give an actor everything they need for the creative process. But what is it? How do you help them?
Oh God. I think I love text, so I think that's in essence my teacher, and I let the text teach the actors too. So if I do a project, whatever it may be, wherever it is something like Zelta Pots or Slazda or whatever it is that the text leads, so the characters come from that particular text, and I'm very rigorous in that. I do my homework. I find out as much as I can, what the context of a piece of writing is, and I try to give that information, and I'm very I guess it's the next thing after text is that I love actors. So what I do is I try my very best to find the character which I think the text prescribes, and I also I think what we have in text and what we do not have in real life is that basically we have a beginning and an end, and so with an actor I can look at the character's fate, and because of that we can establish a life line, which basically in real life you can't, but on the stage you can, and it basically also means that you can explain a character on a psychological and a philosophical and level, as well as on a geographical level, what it might mean to sort of come from a particular background, and I'm very I care about these kind of things. And then I think the next thing is, I think also text itself describe and help you how to say something, and it will also often determine what your character is like. If there are lots of commas, particularly if it's an English script, a character will be speaking more haltingly. If there are long sentences, it is very often an indication that somebody is quite confident, because they are normally quite well educated, because they can string a sentence together for a long period of time. So I do not know. It's really hard to sort of say. I just try my best to give all the information I possibly have to help an actor to give the best performance.
That's so nice when you're talking about text. I just feel like I'm listening to my UK teacher, because I just hear the same things, that everything is put into text. You just have to be clever enough to see it and to find it. I'm just going to try and translate the summary of what you just said. Jautāju tātad Vandena Bossam, kā viņš palīdz aktieriem, un viņš saka, ka galvenais ir teksts, ka ir ļoti svarīgi iztirzāt tekstu un saprast, ko tas mums saka un ko tas grib pateikt, un iedot aktierim visu iespējamo informāciju. Un man ļoti patika, ka režisors teica, ka viņš mīl aktierus, un man šķiet, tas ir tik svarīgs priekšnosacījums, lai izrāde izdotos un atmaksātos. Okay, another thing, another question. You know, two of your big shows in Dial Theatre, Villems and Amadeus, they are both being played the last time this April. How does it feel letting a show go and actually have even two of them letting go at once in 1 month?
I think, strangely enough, that's not such a big deal for me, in the sense that I think I already let go of a show at the moment.
And you finish it.
Yeah, I finish. So it's and that might be a little bit different for a director here, because they're still in the country. But normally I'm not here, so I've had shows that independently run in. I directed a show in Russia that ran for 3 or 4 years. I had a show in Slovakia that ran for 6. So these shows, I've got a show in Hong Kong that's still running, and so I can't. But I haven't seen them since the opening, so I do not know what happens to them. I think it was quite emotional to sort of see the Pillowman because I happened to be in Latvia, and to sort of see that for the last time. It was particularly because it was interesting how they stuck to doing what we did, and I was very pleased about that. I mean, some shows get so easily I don't know, dirty, or by want of a better word, they people don't care about them. They don't have the same kind of love, and I think in that sort of sense, Daiga Livtsjane has always looked after the shows I've done, and she did a brilliant job with regards to that, and that's that I'm proud of. I've seen Gone with the Wind not that long ago, and it still looks very fresh, so that's nice. And I think Gone with the Wind is particularly interesting because they wanted to close that earlier, but by popular demand they had to put some extra performances.
Oh, that's a big compliment.
Yes.
Es jautāju Janam, kā viņš jūtas, kad šovu beidz spēlēt, kad izrāda beidz spēlēt, un tieši tā šobrīd notiks aprīlī, pēdējo reizi būs skatām viņa Vējiem līdzi un arī Amadeus, bet režisors atzīst, ka viņš jau atlaiž izrādi tajā brīdī, ka tā ir gatava, jo parasti viņš brauc prom uz citu valsti un nevar nemaz turpināt izrādi skatīties, bet, piemēram, Spilvena cilvēku viņš redzēja, ka tas tika spēlēts pēdējo reizi, un tas bija diezgan emocionāli, bet viņi ļoti iepriecināja tas, ka aktieri nebija ļāvuši, tā teikt, šai izrādei sasmērēties, tā joprojām bija dzīva un skaidra tāda, kāda tā bija jābūt. Okay, and my last question, time is running out so quickly. What are your future plans? What are you doing next?
So I'm flying back to London on the 5th of March, and then I'm flying out to Nigeria on the 14th of March to work on a show there. And my next project in Latvia is in the puppet theatre.
Wow, that's quite different.
Yeah.
Have you worked in the puppet theatre before?
No.
So that's a challenge.
Yeah, definitely a challenge, and I always like that. And I'll be working on Pinocchio, and so I like it. Yeah, I like that story very much. I believe that you guys are familiar with a similar story, but
a bit different,
but in a Russian version.
Buratino.
Yeah.
But it's very similar.
Yeah. But I think even I think the Russian person had seen the Pinocchio, and he basically, I don't know whether it's true or not, but he wrote his own version.
I don't have information on that.
I also don't know.
Okay. Tātad Jan Villems van den Boss brauks uz Londonu marta sākumā un pēc tam dosies uz Nigēriju, iestudēt kādu izrādi tur, un pēc tam atgriezīsies Latvijā un pirmoreiz mūžā iestudēs izrādi Leļu teātrī, un tas būs Pinocchio. Okay, thank you so much for finding time and coming to talk to me. The best in luck in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. It's been really nice, and I hope that people go and watch Zelta Pots. It's definitely worth it.
Jā, viņš saka, jāiet skatīties noteikti Zelta Pots Liepājā. Okay, see you another time. Bye.
PIECI.LV